This video is going to talk about how to 10 times your views using video editing. Whether you're a video editor who is editing for clients or you're a personal brand owner who wants to get more views on their videos, there's no fancy cuts here. I don't know if I'm going to do cuts on this video. This is not one of my usual videos. It's 6 in the morning and I'm just going to grind out some valuable content. So if you want to watch this and you actually want to take some value from it, chuck a jumper on, go get a coffee, whatever. Watch till the end, because you're actually going to learn something about video editing rather than all these fancy dopamine videos. Okay, so just talking about proof first of all. This is just an example. I've got someone I've worked for on Instagram. I'll put a screenshot up on the screen now of before video editing. So it's just some plain cut terrible videos with video editing, and keep in mind the video is really simple, so it's not edited heavily. It's just the way I've edited it, which I'm going to explain how you can do to improve your views on majority of videos. So if you edit for, say, like a gaming YouTuber and stuff like that, this tip won't entirely apply, but it will at the same time. So it's really a huge mistake with a lot of editors is learning animations, subtitles, all that cool fancy stuff, learning that too early on, or implementing it thinking it's gonna fix all your problems, which is not true. There are so many video editors I see who are rushing into the animation side of things and don't actually even know how to properly pace and storytell, which before you start thinking that's the solution to everything, it's not. But that is, I think, 80% of keeping people's attention. Take movies for example. You can sit through an hour and a half of a movie, obviously because the actors are good, it's shot right, but the way the story is told comes from the editing. If you put every single clip of the movie together without the video editing, you wouldn't even know what was going on. You wouldn't have a single clue. So that just comes down to video editing and the way you put that story together, because these movies get the best of the best editors and they also have like an idea of how it wants to be put together. But regardless, if you learn how to craft a story with video editing, not just a silly little kid's video, that is how you grab people's attention, and that is how you make more money editing, get more views, get more clients, get more people to come to your brand on Instagram, whatever. And the actual way you're gonna improve your storytelling and pacing is probably one of the funnest things you can improve, because, okay, think about it. If you want to improve your animations, you've got to go and do it over and over again, which actually I find pretty fun. So that's counterintuitive. But like sound design and all those other parts where you've got to learn all these really heavy effects that take so much time to render and it takes so long to learn. Pacing and storytelling, the way you're going to learn is by watching movies that do really well, but not these cartoon movies. I'm talking about life people movies. But what you're doing is you have a notebook out and you're paying attention while you watch them. So you can still enjoy the movie and whatnot, but when you're watching, you pay attention to when the music gets fast, how they cut it when the music gets fast, the shots they do, everything like that. If you can, like this, it's a bit hard to write it down because it's like, oh, at this point in the movie they wrote it down. But if you can, like, note certain bits, like in your brain, like when you're watching it and you're thinking like, oh, right here, okay, I get it. Like, I get why it's really intense. They're using these intense sound effects. Okay, and then you write in the book, when someone does this, make it intense, or these are the signs the video is about to get intense, or something like that. And you look at it from a second point of view rather than just watching it for dopamine and enjoyment. And doing that and paying attention will actually really improve how you tell stories with video editing. So that's one of the ways. And another thing you can do to improve your storytelling is, I think B-roll is pretty good, but not just specifically like cute little B-roll where it's like, okay, I'm walking into my room and it gets me opening the door. Like actual informational B-roll that plays into their one, like the emotion, and statistic B-roll is also really good. So I'll use it as an example of that video I showed you before, just because that's the first thing that comes to my head. But what the B-roll was, and he was talking about how he was disrespected and he felt like shit when he was skinny. And because it's a guy trying to be a fitness coach, so he's like buff now, and he was talking about when he was skinny. And when he said disrespected, like there were so many ways you can put that emotion, and what I did was you emphasize it. You need the person on the other side of the screen, you watching right now, to feel, you need to feel the emotion. And what I did is I got a clip, and it might sound cruel, I don't give a fuck. This is how you tap into people's emotions, and this is how you 10 times your views. I got a video of him getting dacked in high school, because I asked him for some embarrassing video of him and he sent me that. And I put that on top of it. And then when he said skinny, I put like literally the worst video of him being skinny, because that taps into people's emotions. If you're watching a video and some big guy, it's like, oh, what do you know about being skinny? Or you're like, bro, you're literally like, how do I know what you even used to look like? And what do you mean disrespected? Like, but then you show the clip of that some kid running up to him when he was skinny and like pulling his pants down in front of everybody. Like no one would do that to him now because he's big. But when you make them see it and you make them shit, holy shit, like I've got to get jacked. Maybe like this guy understands how I feel. The skinny guy watching it is like, oh, like I'm skinny and this is how I kind of feel. Like people make fun of me and stuff like that. They're gonna buy his stuff. They're gonna watch these videos to the end, whatever you're doing. If you're editing for a client, it's the same. If your retention graph goes up, they pay you more and you've got better credibility and social proof. So using that kind of stuff is really good. But then when you're editing for clients in the gaming niche or something like that, which I totally understand, you're not really like doing B-roll. So in that case, you can use other sort of things like animations and stuff like that. You can substitute it for that, substitute it for animations. If it's anything live action, like what I would be doing right now, I might even add B-roll on top of this. I don't know, I don't think so. But B-roll can really tell a story when you're doing stuff. And also if you're editing for other clients, similar to that video I showed you I was just referring to before, you can ask them for stuff. Like this guy, I asked him for a clip of him being disrespected and stuff. You can ask them for stuff, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. And most of the time I will give it to you and it's actually in favor of them. So if they don't, obviously work with it, whatever, but that can really help. So the biggest takeaways, if you've watched till the end of this video, is focus on storytelling and pacing more than animations, effects, and visuals, sound effects, stuff like that. That is going to make or break your video. And if you want to learn more, you can apply to work with me one-on-one with the first link in the description. I've got this new program going. You learn editing in like 30 days, master it completely. I've been doing it for 5 years. So if you want to work with me directly, or if you're just curious, you can go speak to me. No problem. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you like this little no dopamine kind of video. We'll see how it goes.